Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, May 16th, 2024, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So, good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here, whether it is your first time or you're coming back. Thank you very much and welcome. Good morning to Pam over on YouTube. First one here, Pam. Good morning. Good to see you. Seal in Pennsylvania. Good to see you. Xana, good morning or good afternoon, Xana. You made it right on time. That's perfect. Mary Jo, good morning to all you lovely people as well. Debbie in Irving. It's so dark right now. It looks like a nightmare, Debbie says. Yeah, apparently it's supposed to start raining in my area, or I don't know for sure where, the Dallas-Fort Worth area at 9 a.m., which is right now. And usually when it rains, I lose internet. So FYI. Lori in Minnesota liked and shared. Good morning. Landa, good morning. And Sharon, good morning to you over on YouTube as well. Okay, so my name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator 22 years. I do this as my full-time business. So of course, I sell the products I'm going to show today. I have online ordering specials. I have events anyone can attend. They're all offered to go all across the United States. And then you can get the tutorials anywhere in the world. And yeah, so this is my full-time business here. Terry, good morning to you. Oh, Xana says it's raining off and on in the UK all day. So in Texas and the UK. Robin, good morning. Just started raining in Coppell. So y'all know I'm the worst with geography, but I guess it's hitting Robin and Debbie. Yeah, Irving and Coppell first before my area. Anyway, where's the star of the show? She actually, I don't know where she went, but she was over here a minute ago, not on the table though. So the star of the show may or may not show up today. Diana, thanks for sharing. Let me see. Sandy, good morning. Rain in Marshfield, Wisconsin also. Sherry, good morning. Martha, good morning in Kentucky. And Marcia, good morning to you. Good to see you. Okay, so just a reminder here, I will add timestamps to the video description in YouTube only after this video. So down there in the description, you'll be able to click more or show more, and it'll open up the full description where I have tons of links already for you in YouTube. And I will add those links so you can skip around to the parts of the video you want to watch on replay. And then I'll add a link over here tomorrow on Friday the 17th that takes you straight to my blog, which is stamptherapist.com. And that's where you can always go to find out, oh, what events does Jennifer have coming up? What else do I put on the blog? Of course, the pictures of the cards I make on the videos, the individual pictures with measurements and supply lists and all that, recipe cards, and info about joining my team. Like, all the stuff is on the blog. So stamptherapist.com, go there. All right. So next I'm going to talk about my upcoming events, and I have several coming up. A couple registration dates have ended, but I have some sneak peeks to show you as well, real cards. So all of my events are going to include a step-by-step PDF tutorial with pictures. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in the instructions. You will cut your own designer paper and kit components, and you can get the tutorials only to anyone in the world, but the classes are offered to anyone in the United States. Some are offered in person, all are offered to go. So the first four I'll talk about are my 4 monthlies that are offered in person and to go: card class, scrapbook class, stamp and stack class, and sampler class. So card class are, guess what? The cards I'm making today. I forgot to say something earlier. As you watch this video, please make a comment on the video, and that will get you entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today. they are going to be using these 2 stamp sets, Bistro Burger and Filled with Fun, plus the matching dies, so the bundles. So I'll show those more in detail when we start stamping. So if you would like a chance to win the 3 cards I'm making on today's video, all you have to do is comment on the video on live, on replay, on YouTube, on Facebook, in the YouTube comments section. Any of it counts. Chat right now on YouTube counts. Comments later count. And like I said, it can be replay as well. So feel free to do all that. It does help me when you chat and talk in the video. Also, everything helps me. Thumbs up, shares, subscribes, follows, all the stuff helps. But if you share the video, like I just saw Martha said shared and Pat said shared, thank you. And Marcia, if you share the video, I'll enter you again, but make sure you comment shared so we will know that you shared it, because that's private information that Facebook doesn't tell me. And YouTube does not either. So Corinne shared, thank you. Good morning to Kathy and Kylie and Pat and Martha. Linda, weather just hit Mansfield, headed your way. Thank you for the update, Linda, because I figure you guys could tell me, you guys who aren't doing a live video right now can be like, it's coming your way. Thank you, Xana, and thanks for sharing, Xana. Okay, so back to the events. Card class. I'm going to make those cards today, except for one, and I'll show it to you. This is a class you can take every month. 4 cards, $20, free with a $20 order. And I just remembered something I'm going to have to go grab. Anyway, what am I trying to say? I only have 2 or 3 packets left. I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3 because someone was supposed to register, but they haven't yet. But you have to register to get the packets. So if you want that class, make sure you're on my email list so you can get those registration links sent directly to you. And of course, message me or tell me on here as a comment that you want the class packet, and I'll make a note to send you the registration link. Let me grab my scrapbook samples. Okay, so scrapbook is sold out, but I'll show you anyway what we're going to make. We make 3 12 by 12 pages. We're doing like a masculine or Father's Day with the, oh, I blanked out on the name of the stamp set, but the motorcycle set. I don't forget what it's called. Anyway, and also we're using an online exclusive set for this texture here, whose name I'm also blanking out on. Go to my online store, click online exclusives. You'll see it. It's a texture stamp set. And then there's page 2. So they're 12 by 12 pages. We make 3 12 by 12 pages. So this month we're making this page here, which is page 2 to the one we made last month with the ice cream swirl. And then next month we'll make 2 brand new pages and 1 brand new single. And then we'll make the matching one the following month. So that is, sorry, I'm dropping everything today. That's also a club you can join. My scrapbook class and club, same as card. You can join the club. And you'll end up with 30 pages if you do it for 12 months in a row. You don't have to do 12 months, but you can do it for 12 months and you'll end up with 30 12 by 12 pages that are seasonal. Or you can just take the class month to month. But registration is limited, or spots are limited, and it's already sold out this month. So Legendary Ride. Thank you, Terry. I was like, I didn't write it down. It's a long story, but I just blanked out. Legendary Ride. It's a really good one. Cindy, good morning. Thanks for sharing. And thanks, Anna. Mary Jo, good morning to you. Thanks for sharing. Okay, next up is nope, talked about those. Both card and scrapbook, $20 free if you place a $20 order. Very simple pricing. The other 2 classes, technically the deadline is passed, but I have 1 sampler left and 2 Stamp-A-Stacks left. And sampler class is the Thoughtful Wishes bundle. I actually have that one here too. Let me grab it. Hold on. Hold on. Usually I don't have these samples here on the today because these classes are Saturday. They're Saturday, by the way. I could have said that. And they get mailed on Monday if you take it to go. Usually I don't have the samples here because my helpers still have them because they're cutting for me. But Karen finished early on sampler. So here it is. It's gorgeous. You just should take it, and trust me, it's gorgeous. I only have one left. It's using the Thoughtful Wishes bundle. And she has cut, die cut, punched, and embossed everything possible in that extra class packet. And then Stamp a Stack, I have 2 left. It's the Trusty Tools bundle. You're going to make 4 masculine cards. They don't have to say Dad or Father's Day. They can just be for masculine or women who, or any person who likes tools, who's into, construction. What is it? Making stuff with tools, fixing things. And oh my gosh, Marianne, you're so nice. Anyway, you'll make 4 designs, 2 of each, 8 cards total. Both of these classes, Sampler and Stamp a Stack, $35 if you join the club, which is a subscription club, and you can cancel anytime, or $37 for non-club. By the way, I have 2 Stamp a Stacks left, 2. And you get over $20 in merchandise. And in Stamp a Stack this month, you're getting a free sampling of some retired Trusty Toolbox designer paper as well. So that's on top of the over $20 in merchandise. Okay, hopefully I said everything. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Corinne, thank you. Good morning. I've got this set, but couldn't remember it either. Exactly, Xana. When I designed it, I was focused more on designing, and I was literally like, what masculine stamps do I have? Oh, yeah, the motorcycles. I didn't even read the name. Anyway, those are those 4 monthly classes. You can come in person on Saturday if you're local. We still have space, of course, but anybody who wants to take them will have to RSVP with the links, or join the club with the link. Okay, next up, my annual catalog celebration. This is offered in person or to go or tutorials only. By the way, everything I offer has the tutorial option in the registration link. So if you just want to purchase those tutorials, click the registration link for the class and find that option. Anyway, this one is June 8th in person in DeSoto, Texas, where my in-person classes are, or you can take it to go and it will be mailed the Monday after. You're going to make 8 cards with 4 new bundles or suites. You're going to get to see 2 stamping demonstrations and 2 display stampers. And if you take it to go, all that will be in the private Facebook group. If you come in person, you can also shop my recently just retired, I'm looking over there because I have 4 boxes stacked up. All of them are priced except 1 box, which is pretty good for me. Anyway, to sell at this event. And of course, if you do it in person, you'll get lunch as well. And it starts at 9 a.m. We're using Label with Love bundle, which I just ordered. Finally, it's coming. So I'm excited about that. Flowers of Beauty and Unbounded Love bundles. Sketch Butterflies bundle, that's on its way to me as well, and Thoughtful Wishes bundle. So register by June 2nd for that, June 2nd. Okay, next up, bingo. So I have made my bingo cards finally. Here's a sneak peek, but I have the real cards right here, so don't worry. We are using the bundle called Spotlight on Nature. We're making, in my opinion, some gorgeous cards. You'll make 4 cards. You'll get a goodie bag of product to help you complete your cards with and keep the leftovers and use. Gosh, I'm having contact issues. It's like, feels like it's trying to curl up or something. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to look in the mirror. Sorry. And what else about bingo? Then we make the cards after. It all happens on Zoom, so anyone can take it in person or to go. I have to go get an eye drop. Not in person. There's no in person. Anyone in the United States can take bingo because it's on Zoom. May 30th, 6:30 p.m. Central. Okay, so you're going to make these 4 cards. You ready for the quick sneak peek? We will cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. You will stamp and assemble, and you can stamp along with us on Zoom if you choose. All right, we're going to use some new ink colors on there. These are really pretty. We're using the Unbounded Love designer paper. You should sign up for bingo. So you need to register by May 19th, which I believe is Sunday. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to pull up my calendar and read Xana's comment at the same time. Yes, register by Sunday. for that. Oh, and by the way, you'll play games with a chance to win tons of prizes, product credit prizes. Okay, so that's the games part for the door prizes. Okay. So yeah, I think I said all that. Next is the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp. So Genevieve Co. is my partner in Canada with this event. She has designed, I think about half of her cards. We're both very behind. Alejandra's behind on the stuff I'm doing with her. We're all just behind. But I've designed all of my camp cards, and she's getting hers done by Sunday, which is our deadline, or my deadline here in the US. And I think you're going to love this camp. So I don't have pictures of her cards yet because she's busy, as we all are. But I have my 5 cards right here. I also have a whatever, this kind of sneak peek, a graphic of my 5 cards. But you're going to make 10 cards. You're going to get a ton of goodie bag stuff, product with your fee. You're going to get a Facebook party where you have a chance to win prizes and visit with other camp attendees. So it can be like you're at a real event, but it's virtual. What could be better? So you're going to make 10 cards in the camp. You also get a little gift from us as well, like a little treat. And these are my 5 of the 10. I'm not going to show them too long because I don't want you cheating. Trying to be slick with that. Okay, those are my 5 camp cards. Within this camp, you can also take 2 additional classes. So you can take the camp, you can take one of the classes, you can take the other class, or you can do all 3. Or 2, my class, camp, Genevieve's class, camp, Genevieve's class, Jennifer's class, no camp. Literally select what you want when you register. Tutorials only. You can do all the stuff. Something's definitely wrong with my eye because now I'm like seeing a line. I think there's something on top of my contact. So if I can't stamp good with it, I'll have to run into the bathroom and pull the contact out, rinse it, and put it back in. Anyway, okay, then within the stamp camp, there's the 2 optional classes. Genevieve's is Take to the Sky, I think it's called, right? Oh, I have notes somewhere else. It's the airplane set and bundle, and you'll make 6 cards with that class. And it does include the stamp set Adventurous Sky. But you can substitute if you already own the set, no problem. And then I'm doing the Country Birdhouse class. So I started on that yesterday. Make 6 cards. You're actually going to get a 6x6 piece of each designer paper from the Country Woods, which I'll show later in this video because I'm using it today and it's buried right now. And you're going to make 6 different cards, 6 different designs, but I've designed 2 of them. So sneak peek, super cute, right? That Country Birdhouse is so cute. So there we go. Sign up for anything you want. The deadline is Sunday. I originally had the deadline as today, if anyone read that. However, I changed it because it was pointless because I can't work on it until Sunday anyway. So the deadline is Sunday. Terry, love bingo, but do not have this stamp set. So I will say it is flowers. You can just substitute some flowers and leaves, in my opinion, Terry. Or let me look at the cards. Or save them, make them when you do get the set. Yep, tulips. I use the flowers on 3 and the leaves and butterfly on 1. So it's up to you. But a lot of people substitute and don't own the stamps for lots of my events, actually. Okay. Either way, register by Sunday for those 2. Coming soon, retreat in a box. Yes, we're doing a retreat in a box in June. It is May 16th, and we haven't announced it yet, April McCright and I, but it's coming, so don't worry. And then my crafting cruise. I know, Xana, that birdhouse is so cute. Hey, Marcia in Wisconsin. Cindy, good morning. Thanks you for sharing. Cindy says, can't wait. Pretty bingo cards, can't wait. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, so Crafting Cruise, January 26, 2025, Harmony of the Seas, out of Galveston, Texas. Anyone can come. Here's some pictures from our last crafting cruise. We had a blast. You get to swap if you want. That's optional. Food 24/7. Even in the crop room, there's some food sometimes. A bag, of course, gifts daily. Meet all these cool crafters. A half a table to yourself. Class tables separately. Whoops. We're going to talk about that in a minute. And yeah, so, and I accidentally minimized my window. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Put it back on my face. So you should come. You can bring anyone you want. They'll all get our group rate. They don't have to craft. The crafting portion is an add-on. It's fun. You should do it. Okay, that's it for events. That's it. Do you know what you will use for next month's sampler? Maybe. Let me step over here. Maybe. Where's my papers? No. Okay, I don't know if I can locate it right now, Kylie. But I do have I created a chart. What is it? Oh, right here. No. Just to show y'all how I have to plan my stuff out. I created a chart and I write out the months, like on each row is a month. And then what I'm using, and I cross-reference it to make sure I'm not duplicating, or if I am, can I borrow Land of Stamps because we do these in person as well, blah, blah, blah. So what I have written down at this time for next month, and I reserve the right to change my mind always, is Country Birdhouse. And for Stamp a Stack, I wrote Mediterranean Blooms. FYI. Will that change? We don't know. Okay, that's what I wrote down. All right, so that's it for events. Links, make sure you're on my email list. You can join it right now up here in YouTube, Facebook, up here in Facebook, down here on YouTube. There's a link. You'll get an email at 1 o'clock today if you're on the list, wrapping up this video, giving you more information about my order special, whatever, and links to these events to register. Or message me to get the links or email me. Okay, so as you saw from my little sneak peek slide there, in case you don't know, oh my goodness, Cindy, it's not here yet, the weather. In case you don't know, there is a special offer to join my team specifically. No, I'm just kidding. To join Stampin' Up in May 2024 only, where you can get all this stuff for free. It's truly an $82 value. That's what I paid for all of it because I bought all of this stuff. And what you get, so you join my team, it's $99 plus tax, free shipping. So you pay about $107 or whatever your tax rate is. Some people don't pay tax at all, whatever. 99 plus tax. You choose 125 in any current merchandise you want that is available, obviously. And you get this stuff for free. Then you're like, well, I don't want to be a demonstrator. You technically will be signed up as a demonstrator, but Stampin' Up doesn't go after you. I don't go after you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to sell. You don't have to buy. You don't have to take advantage of your discount. You don't have to go on the website and see new product early. You don't have to order things early. You don't have to get the sneak peeks. You don't have to do any of it. But there are lots of perks you can get. So if you go to my blog, stamptherapist.com, and click like join my team or something, it won't join you. It will take you to a page that lists tons of the benefits. There's more. There's so many benefits. I mean, outside of this, friendships, you'll get to meet new crafters, get into a community of crafters who have the same love as you, all the stuff, friendships, everything. But there's actual, things like enjoy a discount, earn commissions, receive a weekly creative email from Stampin' Up, get all of my class tutorials, and anytime I partner with someone else, get those tutorials for free, etc., etc. So The value is, and I'm going to show you the stuff. Some show and tell things here. Actually, I forgot. I had some stuff to show last week and I completely didn't show it. Like just some cards I received in the mail. Let me put the camera down for a second here. And this is what all you get free. So you get the 5 new in color ink pads that just came out in May. Virginia Pop, Pretty and Pink, Summer Splash, Pecan Pie. Peach Pie and Shy Shamrock free. You get the new in color markers for free. You get the new in color 6x6 designer series paper for free. Obviously, these are all the 5 colors I just named. This paper is so pretty this year. You don't get this piece of paper for free. However, Stampin' Up! Has finally uploaded this document to the demonstrator website so you can print it off and make your own little chart, because you will literally have all of the products that they used on this in color chart. You'll have because you also get the paper. You'll get the paper, well, you won't get the stamp set, but you'll have a set of stamps of your own, and you'll have the markers. Anyway, and you get an 8.5 by 11 assorted pack of cardstock, which is 4 sheets of each color in 8.5 by 11. Again, what's the obligation? There is not one. What are the things you can take advantage of? Way too many to name. And of course, within my team, there's other benefits like recognition, training offered, monthly gatherings, swaps, etc. I wish. Xana says friendship is the best for sure. Exactly. I have to say, when I joined Stampin' Up 22 years ago, November of 2001, I could count my friends on one hand. I wasn't involved in a lot of stuff. It just was what it was. It was fine. Now I have hundreds of friends from all over the world. Literally, I'm not exaggerating. Most of them, though, are here local or virtual, but local to me. They're my team members. They're my BFFs. We do a team crafting Zoom night monthly. Like, these are my friends, all my stamping people. And I literally would never have met any of those people if not for Stampin' Up, just the way my life is. So friendships are the best, Xana. That's the number one for most people. Followed by probably in the top 5, of course, is that discount. But anyway. Okay, so let me move this stuff. Although no, I guess not. I was going to say I might be using those ink pads in a card, but I think not. Okay, so I just have some other things to show here. Some swaps, some projects, some stuff I got in the mail, and just a thing I want to make sure y'all know about. And then, and a pre-order item. And then I think we can get started with our card making. Oh, I'm going to tell you about my online order special too. But I'm going to do all this with the camera pointed down. So I'm going to point it down. Just as a reminder, make sure you're commenting on the video. As you make your comments, that will later get you entered to win the cards I'm going to make today. And if you share the video, like lots of you have done, and comment that you shared, then you will get entered a second time. Okay, so I just have some stuff here. First of all, these are our meeting make and takes from May. Our meeting was May 11th, I believe, because it was a little later. Because I was out of town the first part of the month. Anyway, so they got to make, what did I do? Tied these 2 cards together. They got to make, if they chose, this is completely optional. Again, you do not have to participate in anything. They got mailed these 5 cards as make and takes. And let me slide this out. They got to stamp and assemble at home with PDF instructions. Okay, so here's one of the cards. Super cute. And then they made this one. I think that actually has something on the inside, yes. And this one. So, and these are $10 or $15 with shipping. So it's a very inexpensive packet you can get each month if you're, of course, only for team members. And, it's just a perk they can take advantage of. Some of them will use those to copy for classes, like or whatever in their business. And then others just get it because you love stamping and it's a cheap class and it's cut for you. So there you go. Also in my team, we do team swapping every month. So my team is close to 200 currently. And you don't have to stay active. So the number, of course, goes up and down. But right now we are close to 200 on my entire team. This is how many swapped. Can you tell you don't have to swap? So, but anyway, card swapping is like we had, I think it was 6 or 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people swapped. So what you do is make 7 of the exact same card, 7 of this, 7 of whatever you choose. You get back 1 of each, and I keep 1 for swapping and giving a prize away for it. So that's the beauty in swapping is you get these other ideas, maybe stamp sets you don't own, not your style, different taste, etc., etc. And then you can do what you want with those. Again, copy them in your business, send them to your friends, hoard them, whatever you want to do. So here's the card swaps. And I'm going to see if I can remember who. Oh, yeah, I do remember who won. This was Robin. Robin's card. Beautiful, of course. That's what we're using in the Jen and Jen Stamp Camp. This is Mary Ann. I almost said Pat because this one makes me think of Pat Coates. This is Mary Ann's gorgeous card with the, I don't think you can see it, but there's Wink Estella on that sun. Anyway, this is Martha's gorgeous card with that Unbounded Beauty designer paper. This one is Yolanda. Everybody just did amazing swaps this month. Amazing. So this is Yolanda's. That's that stamp set Genevieve's using for her class. Same stamp set here. This is Betsy. See what I'm saying? They pulled out all the stops on these swaps. That's a gift card holder, masculine. That can be Father's Day, happy birthday, whatever. And then this was our winner. And this is Elaine. And now I forgot what she said this type of card was called, but not shutter. It was called something else, the technique. And she said it's just scraps of paper, like just use up your scraps. I think we're going to see if she'll demonstrate that for us on our next team meeting. Okay, so those are the swaps. Hey, Kim. Yes, Yolanda's card was very cool. Hey, Sue, good morning to you. I know these swaps are awesome, right? Mary Jo says it's the best part of demonstrator meeting people that continuously bless your life. Yes. Yes. Hey, Tammy, good morning to you. Iris folding is what Xana says. I feel like that's not what she said, but who knows? Like, I know we can call stuff different. Maybe it was Iris. I can't remember now. I just remember someone in our team said, is that shutter? And she said no. Of course, it looks like a camera shutter. So anyway, okay, I got this card in the mail, I think from Brenda. Let me check. Yes, Brenda. So sweet, Brenda F. So I didn't want to rip this off fully, but this is one of those cards where you pull, we still sell these dies here, and you rip it off and you reveal something underneath. It says, for you, you're the best. And anyway, happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Brenda. And then these two are from Linda. Linda C. Gorgeous. She embossed the designer paper. Can y'all see that? Of course, there's a note in there. Thank you, Linda. And this one from Linda. Linda always sends the prettiest cards. So thank you, Linda and Brenda. Okay, last quick thing I want to show y'all, and this is, you may have seen these before, but this is because I keep forgetting to promote this. These are some dies you can purchase if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. So what Stampin' Up! Is doing for this year, and I don't know if they'll continue it for next year, by the way, those are 2 separate dies there, is they're creating a little set of dies that you can purchase if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. I know Pat, she says awesome swaps. Hey, Sherry, good morning. If you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, these coordinate with 3 months of Paper Pumpkin. I'm going to try to look up the name of this one because I forgot to. Oh, wait, I know the name. Thanks and Beyond. I'm going to look up the price. If I can work my computer. Thanks and Beyond, $12. And what these do, or whatever the purpose is, they coordinate with, in this case, it was April, May, and June's paper pumpkin. So the 3 paper pumpkins may not carry the same theme. They may be unrelated, April, May, and June. It's quarterly, obviously. But one may have a butterfly, one may have an image that fits in this shape here, and one may have the thanks, for example. Honestly, I'm behind on my paper pumpkin as far as to tell you what coordinates with what. Also, just look at them. Like, those are standalone dies. You don't even need it, but you don't need the paper pumpkin, but you have to be a subscriber to be able to purchase these. If that doesn't make sense, message me privately. So you go to my link in my video here and you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, and then you can go to my online store and purchase these dies. And then there were dies last month that I believe are, last quarter, that I believe are still available. And there will be new ones for the next 2 quarters of the year. So it's pretty awesome. I just keep forgetting to tell people about it. And so, yeah, I'll start with this one. Oh, wait, I lied. One more thing. So, yeah, so if you have any questions about those paper pumpkin dies. Hey, Elizabeth, good morning. Sharon, good morning. Janet, in North Carolina, it's bright and sunny out here, but the cicadas are so loud. I can't stand being outside for long. I was so glad when they did that cicada story that the map did not show where I live, because I live in Texas, and I've been through summers of cicadas, like probably not like the one that's happening right now, but I've seen them, been around them when I was a kid, but they look gross. They look scary. And I know they're not. Anyway, I know they don't hurt you, but bleh. So that's crazy, Janet, that you're over there where the cicadas are. Terry in rainy Texas. Good morning. Maryland and Georgia. We've been enjoying those standalone dies. Yes, Sharon. Yes. Sharon is over with Elaine, and they are big paper pumpkin people. They have their group that gets together each month, all that stuff. Okay, just real quick. This is a pre-order from our holiday catalog. If you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you registered for Creativity Now, which is a demo-only event, virtual, then you are allowed, if you choose, you don't have to pre-order these items. So I pre-ordered them. So this is a whole suite called something, I forgot the name, but the stamp set is called Winterly Tree Tops. The suite is probably called Nests of Winter, because they seem to name it after the designer paper. But anyway, this will be in our holiday catalog, which is a little ways away from now. And due to that, I'm just going to quickly flip through this designer paper. There's lots of birds. There's wood grains. There's stems and leaves. There's little backgrounds. Those almost look like little feet prints of a bird. Stems and birds. These are like browns and greens, pinks. Lots of these birds fit dies. Not the little ones, I don't think, but the bigger ones. Of course, generic backgrounds. It can be winter paper. You can make it Christmas paper, whatever you want. The birds are different colors, purples, blues, pool parties, browns, reds, etc. Then there's the bundle. The dice. Oh, right here. Winterly Tree Tops. So again, it doesn't have to be Christmas. In fact, I don't think any of these greetings are Christmas. It's red rubber. Sending thanks and much love. Thinking of you always. A friend like you brings me happiness. But then you can turn these images into holiday by coloring them that color and throw in a holiday greeting. And then you have all these awesome dies. Again, there's a couple that cut out stamped images and designer paper images. There's like a pine needle frame, all kinds of stuff. The star of the show for me, this giant embossing folder. See, here's my stamp set case. Here's the folder. It is a birchwood, what's called birchwood 3D embossing folder. So yeah, birchwood pattern. And I used it. That's why it's open, but and I didn't use it for the project. I believe there's 4 colors in here of these Earth Tones Shimmer Gems, and there is a Natural Tones Linen Thread 3-pack. So, kind of, I'm showing you that to make you jealous, so you want to be a demonstrator and be able to order stuff early if you choose with a discount. But also just a sneak peek coming from our holiday catalog. So there you go. Oh, no. Is it holiday? Yeah, it is holiday. I'm getting mixed up with some stuff we saw it on stage that is something else. What is it? Online exclusives. Anyway, okay, just a quick reminder here. If you place an online order with me in May 2024, you will get a free class packet to make these 4 cards mailed to you in June. $25 or more. Use the monthly host code. You'll get that free class packet. Here's the host code. Although, let me take that off for a minute and just show this picture real quick. So there's the host code. 25 or more gets you the class packet. 50 or more also gets you the dappled dots embellishments, which I'll show you here in a second. 150 or more, you still get the 2 gifts from me, and you'll get 15 or more in gifts from Stampin' Up. So don't use the host code if you go over 150. Again, these are the 4 cards. I made them on last week's video if you want to go check that out. These are the dappled dots. So they're like crackle paint. It is gray granite, pretty in pink, and peach pie. And they're super cute. And I actually used them on bingo. I used them on bingo. Okay, so that's the free class for the month. Make sure you're on my email newsletter so you'll get notified about that, and just let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so we are going to make I am going to make cards today with the Filled with Fun bundle. Actually, 2 bundles, Bistro Burger as well. But the first card I'm going to make is with Filled with Fun, so I'm going to show you that first. The dies. Let me grab the dies here. Let me just show y'all what my little hot mess. So this is everything I need to make every card for card class. Got my packet here. But this is the tub that I'll take to me to the in-person class, and then people can check it out if they live local. Literally, all this will be in there. So here's all my dies that they will need. Here's all the stamps. There's another layer of stamps on bottom. All the inks, all the blends. There's a lot of coloring this month. Ooh, just a little bit of coloring. But yeah, so that's, and then here's more blends over here. Blue dots. I had the dimensionals in there. All the stuff is in there. Anyway, I was trying to dig out those dies so I could show you all of the dies for this bundle. So this is found in the online store, this bundle called Filled with Fun. It is while supplies last. Don't get mad at me if it sells out tomorrow. It's while supplies last as soon as it's released. It's 13 stamps, photopolymer. There is like a solid wagon image, just the body of the wagon with some lines etched out of it to give detail. There's 2 big images to stamp to go coming out of the wagon or inside the wagon. It is a birthday cake and 3 gifts and a flag. That's all one image, all outlined, so you can color them in. Or just a bunch of little cute flowers, little 5-petal, 2-leaf flowers growing up. So you can put those in the wagon as well. Different heights. Some are higher and lower. Okay, so there's those 2 to put in the wagon. They're outlined. You can color them in. There's a banner, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flag, pointy flag banner. Of course, there's dies for all this stuff. And that one, it's pretty solid with just some little detail lines, so you don't need to color it. You make my heart bloom, celebrating someone special, sending loads of happiness. Then there is a handle to the wagon, 1 wheel, of course you would stamp 2. A confetti image, a solid heart with a couple of detail lines or highlight lines, and a small balloon. Same thing, detail highlight. Okay. Dies for all the stamped images, and then additional dies. So this is for the stamped wagon. You can see it's much larger than pictured here on the front of the case. But you can also use this solid wagon to die cut out. Like, you don't have to stamp it. And you can build a wagon because there's also these wood, I guess planks, but they make like the wagons that have the wood on the side. There's details to put on top of the wheels if you die cut those out. You can die cut out the stamped banner, or you can die cut out larger triangles to make your own banner. There's 4 of those right there on that die. You can die cut out, there's a balloon string. I think I forgot to say that. Balloon string stamp, you can die cut that out. There's 2 balloon dies, so you can do 2 at one time. 1 heart die for the heart stamped image. So yeah, so these are the 4 dies I'm going to use in the class that you guys will need to use if you take this class. Otherwise, we've done it for you. The handle, the banner, the circle for the wheel, and the wagon. These are hamburger dies down here. Okay, so that is the bundle filled with fun. Go to my online store, buy it now, while supplies last. Thanks, Janet. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. I do. They're organized until you're trying to do it on a video and you're like trying to dig for the stamps you need, and it's a whole thing. Speaking of that, I'm going to grab, I see Brittany. I don't know what her plan is. I'll grab a little container to throw these in for now. I like to be able to close the tub. The way I have it, the lid closes on it. So this thing wouldn't fit in there, but I'm going to use it for this video. Because I need to take off my entire top layer of stamps, which, by the way, I have see my little system. I can take off that whole piece of scratch paper and take off that top layer of stamps to get to the ones underneath. Okay. So card number 1, let's see what it's going to be. Oh yeah, card number 1. I'm going to use this packet here. So this is not what your packet will look like, actually, because I've apparently already stamped that. Oh, I remember. I pre-stamped it. It's a long story. You have your card base, basic white, card number 1. And the other pieces you'll need. So you will have, first of all, just for this class, you're going to have a whole 5.5 by 8.5 piece of basic white scrap. So that's a scrap to stamp things on and punch and die cut. Not punch, die cut out. And then you will have a scrap of Azure Afternoon cardstock to stamp a wagon on. And then in your packet, you'll have these other pieces right here. So first of all, let me just fold this card base in half to get it out of my way. It's 5.5 by 8.5. It's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper cut in half. You'll get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of paper, folding it with my bone folder, and they will fit into the invitation size envelope, which is this size right here. We carry it in white and vanilla and clear, which is my favorite. And so once you get that folded in half, it fits into that envelope, and it is so economical. 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. All right, the next layer is Lemon Lolly, and actually that's embossed. I'm going to yours will be embossed. I'm going to emboss it on here because I wanted to show y'all this folder. I'm like, did I bring the folder? But I did. Yours will be embossed with this new embossing folder, whose name I knew I would forget. But it's the Big Dots. Number 4, dotted circles. It's $12. It's one of the giant ones that'll fit a piece of paper about 8 inches. You might be able to go a little more by 5 3/4, or you could push it to 6 if you want. I want the circles to mainly be toward the right. Mine might be a little different than yours. How did I do it? I know Landa measured this out and marked her when she did this for y'all. Can't tell. Oh, I think I did it this way. That's what it is. Yeah, over here to the left. I'm like, what did I do? Gosh. Trust me, yours is precise because Landa did yours. I made the one sample and sent it with her and she did it. Okay, I'm going to emboss it right there because that's where I want it for this card. You can position your paper anywhere you want. You can turn it the other direction and landscape it. It can be a bigger paper, all the stuff. I want my paper right there. I'm going to run it through the die cut machine real quick. Our Stampin' Cut and Emboss die cut machine embosses and die cuts everything we sell. By the way, I saw a question about, have you seen people taking background dies and inking them as they go through the cutter? Yes. So you can pretty much ink anything you want and run it through your machine. So you can ink your embossing folders, top, inside, bottom. You'll get two different looks depending on the one. You can ink a die and run it through, and the ink, the pressure will transfer it. So yes, I have seen that, and it's awesome. I just don't do that stuff much because it's too messy in my in-person classes. But yes, Kim, that's a great technique. And you can always just experiment. And if it looks dumb on one thing, don't do it, but then it might look great on another. So don't give up if one die is not right for that technique, if that makes sense. Okay, when you get your machine, you get all these plates. They all come with it. The platform number 1, platform number 2, 2 number 3s, and a number 4. So for embossing with the thick folders, you're going to remove 2 and 3, sorry. And you're going to use 1 and 4. So we're going to put 1 down. We're going to put the folder with the folded end so that it's going to go into the machine first. If I was on this side, I would do it that way. And if I'm on this side, I'm going to do it this way. I have the Stampin' Up logo facing top and gray pad on top. Keep everything even, all the plates and folders even, nothing sticking out anywhere. Folded end is going in first, and I'm not going to roll it back through backwards because then folded end is not going in first and you might break your folder. Ask me how I know about that part. Ask me how I know. And then your paper comes out and it looks amazing. So that's a must-have embossing folder in my opinion. Okay. Yours will already be embossed, like I said. I feel very unorganized, right, Kim? I know. I feel very unorganized today. Okay, so back to what I should have been saying. You'll have a piece of lemon lolly that's been embossed, and the measurements are on my blog at 11 a.m. Central today. Right there, stamptherapist.com. Okay, then I keep thinking this is my card base and I want to fold it. It's my scraps. Then you'll have a strip of designer paper. This is from, let me grab my pack here so I can remember the name. It's still a current product. Bright and Beautiful from the annual catalog, 6x6 designer paper, or just go to the online store and you'll find it, Bright and Beautiful. It's a 6x6. We had it in last year's catalog. It has all these beautiful bright colors like Berry Burst, Misty Moonlight, Azure Afternoon, Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, etc. The piece I'm using is white with sort of almost translucent watercolor stars all over it. The biggest one is probably 3/4 of an inch, and then smaller. There's spaces in between them, but also some overlap. It's super cute. Solid stars. Very hot mess with all the stuff around me today. Okay, then you have a strip of basic white. It's probably 3/4 of an inch. That's for our greeting, but it will be measurements on the blog. I hear thunder, by the way. And a scrap of Azure Afternoon, which you will stamp on and die cut out. I pre-did this because I didn't know if Landa would have my dies. That was the deal. So there was a chance Landa would have my dies because she's cutting this class for me. Oh, and you have a piece of ribbon. So I pre-did everything. That way she could keep on if she needed to. Okay, then, sorry, there is a piece of the large check black and berry vanilla ribbon. Okay, so this is your scratch paper right here. This is telling you you can fit everything you're going to need for all 4 cards on it. For this card, you're going to stamp in Memento Black the birthday cake and gifts and flag image, the banner in berry burst, and then also in black 2 wheels and one handle for the wagon. And then you will loosely cut those apart and die cut them out. Side note on this handle for the wagon, I first of all was dumb and I was trying to put it on the wagon this way, like, or this is the part you hold on to, but it's not. The little short part is what you pull with. So the way it's angled right there is because the die is actually longer than this black piece. And that's so you can tuck it under the wagon. So don't stress if yours looks like that. But know that the die is longer than the stamped part. So if you're trimming your paper like I do when I'm going to cut it, don't cut right here. Give it a little space. If you don't, though, it'll be fine. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Hey, Hilda in upstate New York. So I'll demo stamping a couple of things here just to make sure everybody's on the same page about stamping. But I've already stamped it, but I am going to do the coloring, so that'll be, time consuming there. So these are photopolymer stamps. Memento Black, of course, is a hard, firm stamp, so you can press hard. And then nice and firm down on your paper and straight up. And then you've got a handle. You can try to arrange it exactly like mine to make sure everything fits. I'll just do this one here. There's the handle. Don't forget the die is longer, so it goes out a little further. 2 wheels. And then the banner. So, of course, this color, Berry Burst. On Berry Burst, you can't press as hard or you're going to get a mess, and your image will not stamp as clear. Alert, the cat is over here. Tap, 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 move it around different areas and firm down straight up. Okay, hand cut all those out and die cut them out. All right, and then for coloring, we stamped with Memento Black ink. Oh wait, I need a greeting. But we stamped with Memento Black ink. So we're going to color with Stampin' Blends because they are alcohol based and this is water based, so they won't mix. If I wanted to watercolor it, I would stamp with Stays On, which is alcohol based, and I would color with water. So let me grab my greeting because I don't remember. Okay, this one says celebrating someone special, and I'm going to do Azure Afternoon. By the way, I label the colors for my in-person classes with a Sharpie. It comes right off with Stays On remover. And yeah, so that my ink pads don't get messed up. I do that. Okay, so celebrating someone special on that strip of white. And then I'm just going to cut the ends at an angle, same angle on each end. This is a portrait card, by the way, portrait. Okay, so let's color this in. I'm going to need Berry Burst, Bubble Bath. These markers are for signing the back of their cards. I always give them a handmade by stamp and they can sign their name on the back. Half of these are for the hamburger. Used, yes. Okay, these are all hamburger colors here. Okay, so let's just color it. I'm going to go in with, I have lemon, I'll tell you all the colors. Lemon Lolly, Azure Afternoon, Bubble Bath, and Berry Burst blends. Okay, so I'm going to go in with Lemon Lolly Dark and do the flames. There's 3 flames. It's a 3-layer cake. Let me grab my glasses. So on the top layer, on the top, there's 3 candles. Okay, so did that with dark lemon lolly. Then there's like icing kind of dripping down on all 3 layers. I'm going to make that be bubble bath. So I'll go in with some dark and just in some small places, and then I'll add light and mix it all together. I also did, there's like at the, I guess, top of the middle 2 layers, the bottom and second is scallops. So I'm just going to color those dark bubble bath. You can get more creative with your coloring if you choose. And then I made the layers of the cake light or lemon lolly. And that's what I'm going to do now. You can make all 3 layers a different color, like whatever you want. By the way, side note, make sure you close your Stampin' Blends immediately after using them so that they don't dry out. They are alcohol based like a Sharpie, and they will dry out. Okay, so these layers have lines drawn on them. Straight, skinny lines with about a 1/4 inch between each line. I assume you could make it striped and color each section a different color, or those are just detail lines like piping icing or something. I don't know. I'm just doing the whole thing yellow though. And it's okay if you go down below the bottom here because that'll get tucked under our wagon. Okay, then just again, whatever colors you want. I'm going to make the bow on the first gift to the left Berry Burst, so it has a nice big bow on top. Just doing some dark Berry Burst for shadowing. I'm not very good at this shadow, where the shadows should go stuff, and then I'll do the whole thing with light. But if you're better at that than I am, you'll know what to do. But blends, just anyone can color with them. They're so smooth. The color the ink just smooths out. If you have those harsh, weird lines where you added too much, just keep coloring and it goes away. They do bleed through to the other side because they're alcohol, but they're amazing. I pretty much almost always work with the bullet point because I can control it better. I'm going to make this present Azure Afternoon. But you can use the brush tip. And I have no problem working with it personally. But I do have it taped up for classes because some people tend to press too hard and bend the tip of that rather than coloring on its side like this. So I just have it protected for classes. That's why it's taped shut, not because they don't work. They work fine. I actually untaped a bunch yesterday for something I was coloring. Let me show y'all. I have all these pieces of tape taped to the side of my table. I was like, I'm going to use the brush tip for those 2 classes I showed you earlier for camp. Not bingo. We don't have to color on bingo. Okay. I'm not looking at comments right now because I know this coloring is going to take me a minute. By the way, let me bring these up. But let me check. Oh, good. V, good morning. Sue. Oh, no problem, Sue. I can get that fixed for you. Okay, then I'm going to do bubble bath on the next bow. There's 3 presents total. So this middle one, I guess, I'm going to do bubble bath. They all have like a fancy bow on them and the ribbon somewhere on the gift box. This one, like the ribbon's at an angle. The first one was just straight up and down. The last one is like the plus sign ribbon. and then a bow. Real fancy gift wrap here. And then Lemon Lolly gift. I just didn't have time to pre-color these, by the way, so sorry. No time. And the next two cards have coloring also. Warning. I told Land, I was like, why did I pick two stamp sets that both need coloring for my card class? She was like, what did she say? Hindsight is 2020. Like, yeah, so true. And of course, they're two different stamp sets, so they need different colors. Not like I could use all these colors on the hamburger cards. I think this weather is giving me a headache. Something is. Oh, I just had a horrible thought. I'm like, I'm just over here talking. What if I'm not live anymore? Okay. Bubble bath. I'm just going to go dark for this gift, this last gift. Azure bow bubble bath gift box. Okay, and then the flag is Azure Afternoon. It's like a long flag flying toward the back of the wagon. Thunder, thunder, thunder. All right. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. I'm going to put these back in the tub because these are my colors for the other card. Okay, so now to put this together, we're going to actually first I will attach, I'm going to use Stampin' Seal, my favorite. Attach this designer paper to the embossed Lemon Lolly, and it's going to be over here on the left, and I think I might have cut this too tall. It's fine though. Over here to the left, so it's just like a little 1 3/4 or so strip on the left side, and then we have the circle dot embossing folder on the right. Don't forget I put the measurements for this on the blog today, 11 a.m. Central. And then I'm going to attach that whole thing to my card base. A little more adhesive than normal because it's so strongly embossed. By the way, yesterday I was making my bingo cards and I had embossed a piece of paper with this folder, and then I decided I wanted to die cut it out in a circle. Wrong order. When I die cut it out, it flattened this so bad it was unusable. So I already knew I couldn't do that, but I tried it anyway, and I confirmed you can't do that. You got to die cut first and then emboss. Okay, so we have our die cut out wagon. Azure Afternoon. I've added adhesive to the back top of it, and I'm going to just stick the gifts behind it. No, Janet, maybe. I was like, no, Janet, well, maybe. Also the handle. So let me put a little adhesive where the handle goes on the back of the wagon, and then just stick that handle on there. Simple. Same, yes, for the wheels. So I'm putting adhesive like on the top of the wheel wells, and then I'll just lay the wheels on the table and place the paper down on top of them. So now we have a cute little wagon with full of gifts and cake and a flag. I'm putting this on my card flat. The greeting is going to go down here toward the bottom right. So I'm just setting it there so that I can have a guide as to how low to put this wagon. And then the wagon will go above, yeah, right above the greeting there. Hold on. I think I want this handle slightly different. Okay, right there. Boom. I'm going to add Stampin' Dimensionals to the banner and greeting. I got my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, which are my favorite. And of course, they hide perfectly under the back of this banner, which is pretty small. And then I will do 2 dimensionals, 2 minis on each end of this banner and 1 in the center. I mean, the greeting. Banner goes on the wagon on the front of it. Greeting down here, bottom right. The wheels are almost like on top of the greeting, but it is floating above it a little bit. And then, isn't that cute? I'm going to make a bunny ears bow with this black and vanilla large check ribbon. So 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between. Try to make your 2 tails approximately even, lots of space in between. An ear in each hand, one on the left, one on the right. The ribbon is flat, flat, flat. There's no twisting and turning as I've made this part. Then I take the right loop and go over the left, and then push that right loop or bunny ear down into the rabbit hole and pull. And then, of course, it's going to be misshaped, and you just fix it. All right, let's see. And then this ribbon, yep, a little bit too long. I have a magnet over here, and my scissors were stuck to it. A magnet's there to hold stuff when I need it to hold stuff. Okay, we have a cute little bow. We're going to put it at the top left corner of the greeting with a mini glue dot. And this card will be finished. Don't forget, this is card class. I have 2 or 3 packets left. If you're interested in making your own. Hey, Carmen. Ooh, I went to the dentist Tuesday, Carmen. Boo. And then I couldn't eat for 3 hours. So my mouth was numb. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, there's card number 1 with filled with love. Oh, blanked on the name. Yep, filled with fun bundle. Okay, so that's a card you can have a chance to win today by commenting on this video and or sharing and commenting that you shared, even on replay. And it's also part of my card class for this month. There is a second card using that, and I'll show it at the end. But the next card I'm going to make is the next 2 cards with Bistro Burger. So this is a red rubber stamp set. It has a hamburger that honestly makes you hungry for a hamburger after you stamp it and color it in. It's about 2 1/4 inches tall by 2 1/4 wide, this burger. There is an order of fries. They're kind of like steak fries. They also make you hungry for French fries. They're spread out. There's a couple of loose ones here. There's a die to cut both of these out, of course. And then a pickle. And there's a die to cut out the pickle. So I've got those 3 dies right here. Hamburger, French fries, pickle. Then there's 4 greetings. We have Happy Father's Day, big bold. You're kind of a big deal, also big and bold. Time to celebrate. All the words are like thick, bold, but time to celebrate is smaller. And here's to a great guy is a little smaller. That's the set. as soon as I saw it in the catalog, I was like, that, I have to have that stamp set. I don't know why. It just appealed to me so much. First, I do like hamburgers, but not because of like I like to eat them is why I ordered it. I don't know. I just thought it was so unique. I mean, maybe it's not, but I thought it was unique. I thought it was awesome. So now these dies are pretty amazing. So I showed you the ones that cut out the stamped images because I have them pulled out for class. There's also, which I've used in the class, a tray. So you'll see that it's like a big wooden, like with all this detail on it, tray. I guess it's a tray. I think it's a tray. There is a chili pepper die, an olive die, 2 pieces there. So you'll see the red through the green. What I think is ketchup, and what I think might be a cup to put the ketchup in, but I did that and it looks stupid, so I'm not sure. And I tried to find somebody that had used this image. Maybe it's not a cup, like a little condiment cup. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But I think this is ketchup or mayonnaise or mustard or whatever, like a blob of it. I could be wrong, but I used it as ketchup on my card. Okay. There is a knife, like a steak knife, and handle for the knife. There's a banner with like the V at the bottom and a triangle banner with stitch marks, which at first I was like, what are those for? But there's this super skinny one that can be a toothpick for your olive or whatever you want a toothpick for, like to go in the top of the hamburger, or a toothpick to put a flag on. So those are the dies, 15 of them. Oh, and there's this fire. Sorry, I forgot because I did not use that one. There's the flames die. It's just a row of flames, different heights. Looks super cute in the catalog where they like sponged oranges and reds on it. Okay. And I loved it. I know that wagon is so cute. Janet, Lori, great card. Love the embossing folder. Elizabeth, super cute, but I'm ordering the embossing folder for sure. Oh, love it. Hey, Ramona, good morning. Thank you for sharing. And Cindy's going to catch replay. Awesome. Okay, my next card is pretty, well, I do have to color, but it's pretty simple. I think it's super cute. I'm going to see what y'all think. Okay, so we have a basic white card base, 5.5, 8.5. Fold it in half. It's going to be a landscape direction card. Then the next layer is Poppy Parade. And this one has been embossed with the brick and mortar. I don't know why I can't keep the name of this dice, this embossing folder straight in my head. It's the brick embossing folder though. It starts with exposed brick. It's exposed. I keep getting it mixed up with the old one. So that's a 6x6 embossing folder, currently available, exposed brick, I believe it's called. So that's been embossed for you. Then we just have a piece of basic white that's been die cut out right there. Can't pick it up. With the perennial postage dies. So happy these carried over from the annual catalog. This is, from the mini. This is the next to the largest perennial postage rectangle shape in basic white. And what was I going to say? Oh, I've got the measurement for this square rectangle on my blog at 11. Okay. Then we have this piece right here. Do y'all recognize this paper? Probably not because we don't sell it. This paper, I had an idea, and of course I looked through every designer paper I had in this room that was current. Couldn't find anything. And I was like, you know what I want? What I'm wanting for this card is a hamburger wrapper. So I got on Amazon, and I literally typed in hamburger wrapper. I lost my paper right here. And I ordered hamburger, or I think they call it like wax food something. Anyway, this is literally food safe if you don't touch it 50 times and have someone else die cut it on their die cut machine. It's a food safe hamburger wrapper. I have linked it in my Amazon store in case you want some. So I ordered this. You can see where we've die cut some pieces from it. And we die cut this circle. It's the deckled circles dies. So you see how the edges are torn. This circle we have available. We die cut that circle for you with the deckled circles dies. So I'm going to use that on this card. And then we need our scrap paper. We're going, did I not stamp this? Thank goodness Landa brought the stuff back. Y'all. Thank goodness for Landa. Or maybe I knew I wouldn't need that back from her. I'm not sure, but whatever. Okay, I'm going to get out my Memento black ink, and I'm going to stamp the hamburger. And I actually need a hamburger for my next card, so let me go ahead and stamp it too. Memento black, so I'm pressing hard and firm multiple times. And I need French fries for both cards. So I need 2 orders of burgers and 2 orders of fries. By the way, this is like a good hamburger. That is a thick meat patty. Thick. So this is all the same stuff that was stamped on this one, but in a slightly different order. But I am going to cut these out right now because I need them for my cards. Get a little chart here for us as well. Okay, and then this card is going to say on it in Copy Parade, this card is going to say, here's to a great guy. So on this rectangle in landscape position, die cut, perennial postage, top right corner, but not like far into the corner, I'm stamping here's to a great guy. It's a real thick, solid greeting, so hold it down several seconds to get a good image. I still kind of messed it up there on the G, but it's fine. And it's slightly crooked, but also it's fine. Here's to a great guy. Okay, now I just need to cut out these images and color them in. So let me do that. If you saw my post the other day where I colored in an image, so good. Then I die cut it out and the die slipped and it looked terrible. And I had to do the whole stupid thing over again. This is why I tell you to die cut before you color. Also, cut these apart because they're just easier to cut. There's no damage to the surrounding paper when you're, like, for example, only die cutting these two and these two have to wait. There's no damage to them from the plates on top. And you can position your dies exactly in the position you want them, which should be going in long and skinny whenever possible instead of short and fat. But if this is all stamped randomly in different directions on your paper, you'll be forced to put the dies only in, sorry, something fell, only in that one direction. I hope that all makes sense because you can't scoot the paper because then it goes off the edge, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're going to do this. Leave it on the die cut machine also so that you don't, where's the other one? So that you don't have to pick it up now from the table and everything has a chance to shift. And of course you can tape these down with a sticky note or washi tape or some other repositionable tape you have to hold this die in place if you like. I feel like my French fries are off, so we'll see what happens. Only run it through one time. It's not necessary to go through twice. This French fry die does have a tiny hole there that collects paper. Make sure you clean that out every single time. I'm going to poke it out. Anyway, it fell out. Poke it out every time so that it doesn't get jammed up with paper, and then it won't cut your paper because it's jammed up with paper. Let me cut these other two real quick. I will have to die cut the pickle on the last card though, because it's not stamped on white paper. Okay. What time is it? Okay, I'm not doing bad. Move that up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Now we're ready for the next card on these two at least. Whew. Put my readers on so I could align it, but looking at everything else is messing me up. Okay, now we're just going to do coloring. So for my hamburger, I looked at all of our neutral blends for like the meat and bread and even the French fries and stuff. And then, of course, I can't remember anything. So I made this little chart, not chart, but whatever. I made this thing for myself, which color is which, just so I would remember what color what. So basically, 5 and 600 are the bun, 800 are the fries, and 2 and 300 are the meat for this card. So let me just do these fries real quick. So it's 800. That's simple. It's like a what am I trying? Vanilla cream. I'm trying to think of the name, what you would call this color. These are the skin tone blends. So the skin tone blends are really good for browns. I always forget that because we don't have early espresso blends, but then I'm like, oh, we have the skin tones though. So we have dark browns, of course, these light ones. We also have ivory and bronze, which work for a lot of stuff like this as well. And I didn't even try those, so they might be good also. Like ivory might be close to this one. I just didn't try it. I don't know. So the cup fries are easy because I didn't do any blending. Just coloring them this color. And if I was more talented with coloring, I could add like some dark spots and all the stuff, but I'm not, so you can if you have that talent. But there's my French fries, super easy. And of course, these stamps, hey Cindy, no problem. These stamped images, the hamburger and fries, there's tons of details. So let me describe it because I have blind viewers as well. Like it's a pile of steak fries, a couple are laying to the side, and there's like lines drawn to show the sides, you know, where it's a steak fry, the side, and then there's just detailed lines on top just to add texture to the fries. And of course, when I stamped on those, all came out black, but it just gives all that texture and detail. It's not just a line. Then the hamburger is the same thing. It's got so much detail on it. So you've got a top bun with like a 4 split. Oh, I just realized it actually cuts a slit also, so you can put that toothpick in there. I didn't do the toothpick on my cards, so I didn't realize that. But yeah, it cuts a slit. When you die cut it out, it cuts a slit. But anyway, there's an image of like where the bun has been slit on the top and it's got indentions. Then there's all these little lines, detail on the bun, top and bottom. Then we have tomatoes and pickles and lettuce. Then there's like where cheese is dripping down on the meat. Then there's a really thick meat patty. Then more lettuce on bottom and the bun. All of those have all these detailed lines and stuff. Okay, so bun is going to be 600 and 500. And so I kind of use 600 as my darker one, I think. It's kind of hard to... Oh, I think I'll do 600 as the darker one. So I'm going to put the dark in this slit at the top, you know, where you cut it before you cook it, and then it does whatever. And then just randomly, not randomly, but messily on these little hash marks and detail lines, Stampin' Up! Drew on the hamburger bun. I'm adding 600. Then I'm going to go over the whole thing with 500. The reason I get confused on these blends, these particular ones, is because sometimes the lids, you can't exactly go by the lid. It's better to color it out on scratch paper to see what color it is, especially since we don't know. It's not like it's Granny Apple Green or Shaded Spruce. It's just 600. So color it out on scratch paper so you can see which one you want to use as your darker or lighter. And obviously, if it's for a skin tone, definitely do that so you can see what matches best. Okay, I'll do the same thing on the bottom bun. Let me bring it up so y'all can see. Very hungry today for some reason. I mean, y'all know I'm always hungry, but still. Oh, there's cheese on the bottom too, right there. Hungry. I'm confused now if I even picked up the right one for the dark. I'm not sure what I did. If the bottom one here is different, I'm not sure. It's fine though. Okay, so there's our bun. Then, oh my gosh. Oh, so irritated. Okay, I wasn't supposed to color that way. It's fine because I have to color that for the other card anyway. Okay, 5 and 600. I'm doing 500 as dark. I only need to color the left half of this card, this hamburger. I mean the right half, only the right half. Why would I waste coloring both halves when I don't need to? I am not going to do that. I'm only going to color the right half for the card I'm making right now. Oh my goodness. Again, I didn't just waste your time because I have to do that on the next card anyway. It's really a little less than half, but I'm going to do half just to cover my bases. Okay, the meat is 200 and 300. So I think I'll do 200 as my darker. And I was thinking, I actually like a well done hamburger, but most people don't. And I was like, if your burger was not well done, would it still be this brown on the outside? I think it might be, right? Because that's the outside. But I don't know if you're like a medium well or rare person, if you would color this a different color. My coloring is very well done. So I kind of cracked myself up on that. So that was 200 and 300. Okay, now we just got regular colors. Granny Apple Green is the lighter green, so I'm using that for my pickles. So I did like the outline, the outer edge of the pickles with dark and the top with light. Granny Apple Green. Of course, when I say the top, like you can still go over the dark part with the light, as we always do. Poppy Parade for the tomatoes, which is, I love tomatoes, so that's like, definitely want tomatoes on my burger. So outer edge there dark again, and then the inside I'll do the light. I used light pumpkin pie for the cheese. I don't think this one will show. This one will. And shaded spruce for the lettuce. So I'm doing dark on these detail parts of this little ruffly lettuce, and light on the rest. Okay, how are y'all hanging with me? Thank you, Robin. She says you picked awesome colors for the hamburger parts. I was very intimidated by how many blends this took. Like, oh my gosh, what have I done? All right, so I colored half a burger. Because why waste my time coloring the rest? And yeah, there we go. Woo! Okay, let's put this card together. Other than all that coloring, it's pretty simple. Now I'm going to use these on the next card, so let me just leave them there. We're going to wrap this burger up so somebody can eat it. So we're going to lay this circle on here, cover up whatever amount you want to cover up. Just going to fold it on the right and left. And it ends up being like a slight cone shape, and then fold up that bottom part. That is it. No, nothing precise. Now your burger's in a little wrapper and it looks adorable. I know, Cindy, I want a hamburger too, but it's raining. Where's my adhesive? I definitely have been wanting a hamburger ever since I made the first card. And then Landa texted me and she's like, a burger sounds, after she made the cards, cut them. Y'all know, for y'all. She said something about a burger sounds good for lunch today. I was like, I know, right? Okay, so I'm just going to seal this little packaging up on the back. Oh, I went crooked when I did that. Blech. Okay, something like that. Super cute. Super cute. Thank you, Robin. Yes, Lori, I do like the Attention Shopper bundle. Mine just came in, and I'm going to use it for a thing I have coming up. So I get to design with that soon as well. Okay, this is the Poppy Parade embossed piece. I'm going to put it, this is a landscape card. I'm putting it on the front of the basic white card base. Then I'll just add my big white rectangle with Stampin' Dimensionals. So I probably have to look at that again. To the card base. So this is pretty large, so I will do 3 rows of 3 with my mini Stampin' Dimensionals. So 9 total. By the way, the last card is my favorite, but this wrapper, like, I really impressed myself with it. So maybe this card is my favorite, but I don't know. But this card's so simple looking, like it's very simple. Also, this card makes me think of Five Guys. Uh-oh. Gritty alert. Five Guys hamburgers for some reason. Okay, so I'm just putting these French fries flat over here to the right. I could have stamped them directly on this piece and colored them, but I didn't. And then my hamburger is also flat. Nope, dimensionals. Dimensionals. The burger and wrapper has dimensionals. Oh my goodness. My short fingernails today. And I'm just putting that on kind of at an angle over here to the left, overlapping the fries. And that's the card. That's it. Thank you, Janet. I was trying to come up with something different because I realized I backed myself into a corner that I said I would make 2 cards with the hamburger set. And I couldn't think of any other option besides putting a hamburger and french fries on the front of a card. Oh, pretty. So that's why I was like, what can I do with this? Thanks, Lori. Thanks, Anna. Yes, Stella, exactly. We're all going to have hamburgers for lunch today. Thank you, Gail. Sorry, can't hold it and read comments. And Britty's up here. Thanks, Julie. Where is the checked paper from? Cindy. Go to my Amazon link on my blog. And this paper is an actual hamburger wrapper. Oh my gosh, the cat is totally up here. Let me bring it in and show you. Actually, let me just bring the camera up here for a moment. Hamburger wrapper from Amazon. Oh, by the way, Cindy, you're local. If y'all are local, I have approximately 100 of these sheets. They're 12 by 12. They're very thin. They're wax. They're food safe. They're not for other scrapbooking. I don't know if they're acid free. Don't put it in your scrapbook, all the stuff. But I have about 100 of these if you're local. They're only $10 for like a ton of them. So yeah, if you need some and you're local, I got you. But yes, my helper has arrived. I know. I love how everybody wants a hamburger now. Like literally. Did y'all hear that? Starting with me. I'm number one wanting the hamburger. Okay. Thank you, Pat. Cindy and Stella say hi to you, Brittany. Okay, let's let Brittany be the star that she wants to be. Here she is. And if I usually what I do when she does this is I have to hold her like this until she gets bored of it, or I think of something that will distract her. But oh, I thought she was going to bite me. Or if she bites me, then she knows it's time to go down because I instantly put her down. But I'm just going to have to try right now and hope that she stays down. Okay, because we need to make card number 3, card 3. And then I'll show you the 4th card for card class. Okay, card 3. This one is my favorite. Where's my... I keep forgetting where I put the stuff. I had cut an extra one of these in case Landa had it, and somehow I destroyed it on the video and needed another one, and Landa had the dies, whatever. Anyway, it's all good now. We got past it. But yeah, those wrappers are on my Amazon store. In case anyone else was asking about that. Okay, so card number 3. We've got a basic white card base. Fold it in half. This will be a landscape direction card. Then we have all these pieces that Landa has die cut for you. Isn't she good? She cut, well, first of all, you have a Poppy Parade piece for the back, just a regular one, not embossed. Then we have this designer paper. This is the Country Woods. Gosh, I'm not smart. Hold on. I'm designing with Country Woods right now for a different class. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm going to show this quickly because I believe I already showed Country Woods in detail on my new catalog video. But every single pattern in this paper is a wood grain of some type. Some of them are, the whole sheet is just like wood versus planks. So some of it looks like this painted side of an old building. Some of it looks like a wood plank, etc. This is the one sheet I only have this scrap of right now, that pattern. And then the rest of these I have both. So there's this, it's like Misty Moonlight, Basic Beige, Basic Gray, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Gray Granite, Misty Moonlight, Pecan Pie, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Smoky Slate, and Wild Wheat. So this paper is gorgeous. This is the one that goes with the Country Woods, Country Birdhouse, Country Flowers bundles. But it's just wood grains. Like, you definitely need it. There's so many different ways to use it. So I'm using this dark wood. It's just like, I don't know, it looks like a table at a nice hamburger restaurant, right? dark wood. There you go. But very just, like lots of texture and all that stuff, not just wood. Let me hear this. My kitten loves to climb up like that also and get 2 minutes of snuggles. Exactly, Lori. No, she didn't get tired, Julie. I kicked her away. The oh, I got distracted by the comments. Okay, the thunder sent Lucy to her kennel. That's hilarious that it wasn't even at her house, Stella. And Lori, is she purring? This cat purrs so quietly. I have to put my hand on her neck to know if she's purring. You never hear it, but she purrs all the time. So she probably was, but I have to put my hand on her neck to see if she's purring. So anyway, that part cracks me up too. Okay, what else do you have for this card? You're going to have a white label to put a greeting on. This is from Nested Essentials Dies. I don't know if I put the measurement for this one on the blog, but it's the second from the largest die in these rounded corner rectangles in Nested Essentials, and it's about 2 inches by 2 and 5/8. 2 by 2 and 5/8. Okay, then you're gonna have that. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I'm looking for that hamburger I stamped earlier. I don't know where it went, but okay, we will pre-die cut for you. This is the tray, like the wooden tray I was describing it when I went over this bundle. And so I think it's a tray to put the food on. I say wood because of these textured dots it puts on there. And then it does cut 2 slits. So I'm assuming what those are for, and I'm going to use those in the thing today. Then we're going to also pre-die cut for you from our gorgeous new silver foil, which we sell again, the knife from Pecan Pie. By the way, the tray is Pecan Pie. The handle of the knife that has 3 holes in it so you can see the silver through it, like a steak knife or whatever kind of knife that's called. A Poppy Parade ketchup and a shaded spruce pepper. So we have all those pieces. Then you'll have your scrap of white, your big one to stamp your hamburger and fries on. Die cut them out. And a scrap to stamp a pickle on. Okay, so we need a pickle for this one. Everybody get a pickle with your burger for lunch today. Ooh, I got chili in here. I wonder if that rain just cooled it down. Oh, that is why you tape it. I know another demonstrator who's always frustrated. Yes, Sue. Tell her. Because that kept happening to me, and finally I said, that's the end of that. Okay, what am I looking for? The pickle. Over here. Shaded spruce on granny apple green pickle, perfect color. I'm going to die cut this out. I'm not going to torture y'all to make me move the thing over here. I'll just do it off camera because I've die cut plenty of things today. So let me grab my, well, I don't know where I put my glasses. Oh, there they are, just in case. Let me cut this real quick, and then we'll see what else we need to do on this card. By the way, one of the reasons that I like this stamp set so much when I saw it in the catalog was because not all men are into tools or motorcycles. So when you need a masculine card, sometimes it's like, yes, or classic cars or race cars. Not all men are into that stuff. And so it's like, yes, I have those stamps and they're masculine, but the person I'm giving them to is not into that. A lot of people are into hamburgers or French fries. Just do the fries if that's the case. But anyway, so that's one of the reasons I was like, good. That's an actual good masculine set, like more generic. Anyway, who knows if I'm right. Okay, I had pre-stamped this Happy Father's Day as a sample for my class because they're going to have the option in person to do You're Kind of a Big Deal in Poppy Parade on that label, or Happy Father's Day. So you don't have to do Happy Father's Day if you don't need that. So I'll save this one as my example for class because my sample says you're kind of a big deal. And yeah, but they can do either one. And of course you can if you're making these at home, or if you take my class and take it to go, you can do whatever you want. Okay, so now let me color. So I obviously am not going to give as much detail on this coloring because it's the exact same thing I just did on the previous card. So I'll try to go faster. I'm coloring the fries with 800. By the way, I used every combo of the neutrals blends except the light one. I think they all say medium, medium deep, deep, and something. I'm trying to think, but I put it in the supply list over on the blog. It was just one I didn't use. Yeah, I think it was the light, the one that's called light, that I didn't use. Now, remember, you can also check bronze and ivory. Those will give you a good light and dark for what is going on outside? I hear a lot of noise. There was just an alert at my door. What's happening? Anyway, just to give you some, if you need colors for the hamburger. Okay, the burger is 2 and 300. The meat. I guess I'll do 200 as the dark one. I'm so not sure what I actually did. I should have written that down on my paper also. Pretty sure though, the 200 is darker, so that'll be my shadow one or detail one, and 300 all over. And like I said, this looks exactly how I want my burger cooked. If anyone ever orders me a burger, well done. I'm not as bad as I used to be. If it's slightly pink, I'll eat it and I won't freak out. But if it's all red, no. And I don't want to look at yours either. It's all red. Oh. Okay. Next, let's see. That's true, Lori. They do. Stampin' Up they also have the TV one, which is kind of generic. Even though it's like, I'm almost like, why did you make old-fashioned TVs from the 50s? But it's cute. That's a good one, though. I'm doing the lettuce now in shaded spruce. I can't think what else, but yeah, you're right. There are a few good ones right now. For masculine, she said. The flames can come up. Oh, is that like a cooking thing? Like a grill? It's probably a grill. Corinne. Oh yeah, fishing, that's true. Corinne, is that for cooking? Like what color would you can't open this. What color would you color that if it was for cooking? And I'm asking legit, like not to be silly or whatever. I have to clean up some trash here because it's getting in my way. It makes sense though that the flames could come up through those slits, and that could be like a grill, I guess. See what she says. All right. I want to be like, do y'all have any other questions while I'm doing this? But then I have to stop and read, which adds time. Oh my goodness. Anyone who loves like coloring is relaxing. I love coloring. Buy the stamp set. You'll have plenty to relax. And if you're coming to card class Saturday, be ready to relax And your card takes a minute. You got to color this. Oh my goodness. And bring your blends if you want, so you don't have to wait if you're coming in person. I will supply them, of course, but you can bring yours. Oh crap, that's the cheese. Crap. Hold on. This is moldy cheese now. Sometimes if you mess up and color in the wrong spot, you can just like make it go away by coloring over it with the new color a lot and pushing it away. Yeah, kind of did. So you can see some green in there in that cheese where I colored green accidentally, but I pushed a lot of it away. Okay, Granny Apple Green pickles. This burger has 4 pickles on it. 4 pickle slices, I should say. They're pretty thick. And you can only see 2 tomatoes. There are 2 layers of cheese. And honestly, you can just leave that lettuce off of my burger. I don't need that. I don't need no lettuce. Okay, Poppy Parade for these tomatoes. Oh, where is y'all's favorite hamburger place? Corinne, silver foil or dark gray for this, and then put the flames up like it's a grill. Yeah, where's y'all's favorite hamburger? Mine used to be this place right by my house called Hideout Burger. I don't know if it's as good as it used to be, but it used to be so good. And I really like In-N-Out Burger as well. Okay, there's the full colored hamburger instead of only half like I did before. Oh yeah, airplanes, Lori. That's true. Yes, most sky stamps ever. Stella said color lifter helps sometimes too. Definitely when you color in the wrong color or outside the lines a tiny bit. It's not an eraser, but it will definitely help get rid of some of that. Okay, this one's, now we'll put it together. Grab my adhesive and my silicone craft sheet. First I'll put this designer paper on the poppy. Also colored the bottom lettuce for bacon. Ooh, Corinne. So she made some of that bottom lettuce be bacon. Maybe it is bacon. Good idea. I would love to see your card you made. Corinne, go over to my VIP group and post it if you want. Okay, so I'm putting that designer paper on the poppy on the white card base. So what I did with the burger and fries was tuck them into those slits. So I did that. And I'm looking at my sample to see how I did the fries. Oh, I got a UPS delivery. Okay, so I tucked this part of the fries in there. Why would it be tucked into the tray? I don't even know, but that's what I did. I just had a thought, if it was different without these lines, it could be like the little cup. You know how you get the food in a cup sometimes at a fast food place? But that's not really what it is, but it's kind of that shape. Anyway, that's what I did. And then, so I added the tray to my card flat and put dimensionals on the top of these. So a little adhesive on the tray, which it might not be a tray, but it is today. Where are my dimensionals? Stampin' dimensionals on the greeting. as well as the top of the burger. Do like 3 here, a little triangle, and a couple on the top of the fries. But I'm actually going to put the greeting down first in the top right. This is landscape, so top right corner. By the way, side note for my blind viewers, the pickle has tons of detail as well. So you just stamp it one. If you stamp it in green on green paper, no need to color. So much detail. Okay, you're kind of a big deal or Happy Father's Day, top right corner on dimensionals. And then the burger will go down toward the bottom, the whole tray thing, down toward the bottom, but not all the way to the bottom. And the fries can even go up a little bit onto the greeting. I think I need this greeting a little bit lower. Hard to move stuff when it's all sticky. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Then I need to put this knife together, so put a little adhesive on the back of the handle. Place that on the silver handle of the knife, of the silver knife. I'm adding the ketchup and chili pepper flat. The knife and pickle are going to be on Stampin' Dimensionals. Kind of a pickle on the right, knife sort of in the middle of the tray, and the ketchup and pepper under the knife. In the middle of the tray. Okay, and then I'll add dimensionals to the knife. My minis, so they work really good for this. It's just kind of laying on the tray, pointing over to the left toward the hamburger. And that's it. That's the whole card. Oh, put the pickle down though. But that's the whole card. Bring this one in while I do this. So those are 3 of the 4 cards for my card class this month. Kind of a big deal. Or it could say Happy Father's Day, which would be really good as well. And then y'all could go eat hamburgers, or you could cook hamburgers, or whatever you want to do. Thank you, Kim. Thanks, Lori. So these are the 3 I made today. The other card we will make in card class is this one. It's pretty simple, just a die cut wagon, all the die cut pieces instead of any stamping, little confetti coming out of the wagon, sending loads of happiness. It's not too feminine, so it could be good for a boy or girl or adult, obviously. But anyway, that's my card class for the month of May 2024. And if you want to sign up, I have a couple of spots left. Thanks, Stella. Thanks, Beverly. Thanks, Kim. Don't forget, over on the blog, I've got the recipe cards. This one has, because of all those blends, this is like a really long supply list. But anyway, the recipe cards where you can print it out. It's got the measurements as well as the supplies used. I also just have a list of all the supplies I used for all 3 cards that I made today, and individual pictures, all that stuff. So stamptherapist.com at, right now. It should be posted right now. Hey, Ro, no problem. Thank you. Thanks, Stella. Mary Ann, especially the wagon card. Thank you. Awesome. Well, everyone have a great week. I should be back next Thursday, 9 a.m. Central, as usual. Same place and time and all the stuff. And until then, y'all have a great week. Thanks very much. Bye. Oh, wait. It would be funny if it was spelled deal. Oh, that would be funny, Stella. Also, side note, that for some reason, this font and stuff, I don't know why it reminds me of McDonald's. Obviously, it's a hamburger. Like, And also like Big Mac, big deal. I don't know. It reminds me of McDonald's. But anyway, it would be funny if it said you're kind of a big DILL and then we put the pickle on there. All right, everyone have a great day. Thanks. Okay, Cindy, yes, remind me because I know you're going to be picking up something from me soon, Cindy, and I'll give you some of that paper. All right, everyone have a great day. Bye.